Well, Donald Trump, chaos, contradiction, and controversy all packed into one day at the United Nations. On one hand, the US president stunned world leaders by suddenly hardening his stance on Russia, saying NATO should even shoot down intruding Russian jets and that Ukraine should reclaim all of its lost land, which, by the way, is a remarkable 180 from just last month, when he shared warm optics with Vladimir Putin in Alaska. But then came the sting for India. In the same breath, Donald Trump accused both India and China of being the primary funders of the Ukraine war because we continue to buy Russian oil. Now, India has always defended those purchases as a matter of energy security, pointing out that Europe itself remains heavily dependent on Moscow's energy. Yet, the US president didn't spare NATO either. He called them hypocrites for buying Russian fuel while claiming to isolate Putin. Oh, and that's not all. He even repeated his long-disputed claim that he played mediator between India and Pakistan. For the record, New Delhi has publicly and repeatedly rejected that narrative. So then, what is really going on here? Is Trump signaling a genuine policy shift or just parroting the leaders he last met, like Zelensky and Macron? And closer home, should India actually brace for economic penalties like the threatened to 25% US tariffs on Russian oil imports if Washington pushes harder? Well, at this point, just think about the irony. A US president calling India a war funder while American allies themselves keep buying Russian energy. Think also of the stakes, because Trump's words, however erratic, can ripple through NATO, through Europe, and yes, New Delhi as well. At the end of the day, what Trump did at the UN wasn't just another headline. It was a signal. He's actually testing the waters, many argue, on Russia, on NATO, and on India. But for New Delhi, the takeaway is quite clear. Washington's patience on our oil trade with Moscow is thinning, and the tariff threat is no longer idle talk. Add to that his revival of the India-Pakistan claim, and you begin to actually see a pattern. India is being pulled into America's domestic power games, many geopolitical analysts are arguing. But here's the nuance. Trump's positions shift with the room he's in. Yesterday it was Putin, today it's Zelensky, tomorrow it could be someone else. For India, the challenge is not to react to every swing, but to read the direction of travel. And right now, that direction tells us that India's strategic choices are under sharper scrutiny than ever before.